Peace. Peace, y'all. This is Views from the 7 podcast. Hey, man, February 8th, Views from the 7, 7th anniversary. Pajama Jam. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. If you wait too late, man, I ain't got nothing for ya. We got some shit coming, man. February 8th. Ivan, what you doing, man?
I was talking to y'all. Y'all fucked me up, man. I apologize.
Mike hit us with
We were slandering some.
Right.
We were slandering a business before we pressed the record button, so we ain't want to put that on air, man. February 8th, though. Bundy, let's go, man. Man, he just got left behind super fast. It was too many during his time.
Yeah, because he came out around the same time as Joe, didn't he?
Like you talking about what?
94, 95.
Yeah, he had no shot.
He didn't.
Touch
Touch Me, Tease Me was a hit though.
Wasn't that on
Yeah.
Nutty Professor?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Happily Ever After
He had
too.
OG.
That's timeless.
he had OG. He had like original Beyonce in his video too.
Yeah, he did.
Original
Yeah, he
Beyonce.
did.
I think that was kind of before they really got on.
It was.
Yeah.
That was like before No.
So
Wasn't
they
it?
was doing like
Yeah.
around the same time.
Around the same time.
But I think it like a little bit before.
because I think the first song they ever was on was the 50 Cent joint. I think that was like the first song that they ever did.
I thought it was Cameron.
Kind of fixing.
It was Cameron.
Didn't Cameron have her on a song or something?
I know they on 50 Cent's Power of the Dollar album.
You heard that album?
Hell yeah, that's the one he got shot up over.
Oh.
Hell yeah, I did. Shit. But Case ain't had no chance, man.
You don't
And I
think so?
fuck with Case. No, it was just too many legendary
I'm
acts
Missing You
during
was a
that
good
time.
one too.
I forgot about
That was
that.
2000. He ain't had no
Yeah.
shot. 2000.
Yeah, peaked.
No, he just 2000s R&B at that time.
He had Kels. Carl
Kels,
Thomas,
Genuine,
Faded Pictures.
Aaliyah.
Faded Pictures was
Was it
90. Wait, what? 90? It might have been 90.
He had. I think
Case had some
I
joints.
think he had some.
I'm not saying he ain't had no joints. What I'm just saying is he was talented, but it was kind of like he was just getting hit with.
It was a lot of competition during that
yeah.
time.
But I've seen-
R&B was like
R&B
really
was
doing
jamming,
something at that
yes.
time.
Yeah.
Because Blackstreet too.
In 2000?
2000
No,
R&B
no.
was kind of popping.
In
2000 R&B,
95?
2000s to me is when R&B peaked.
What do you mean peaked?
Like sales-wise?
That's when it just took off. Like I think you got classic records in the 90s. You got classic records, but the albums was
We're
kind
not good.
of. I think in 2000s now you talking about albums and hits. Just that to me is the epitome of 2000 to 2010.
Yeah. I don't know. My R&B, I like it kind of different. I like 90s R&B because it sounds like R&B. Like at some point, R&B and hip hop started to fuse, and
Thanks to R. Kelly.
yeah, and it wasn't just the sound; it was the material too. Like
The lyrics.
we always talk about how what's the word I'm looking for? Like the lyrics were not as subjective anymore, or like the subject
weren't
matter
vulgar.
They went
was
straight to the
yeah.
point.
They weren't super vulgar. Like
Yeah.
I think the first time we really experienced that was with R. Kelly. Like he kind of
Yes.
started like opening that up, and then you got the Trey songs and then everybody else.
Trigger
and it's-
definitely.
Trigger did. Trey was still smooth.
Yeah,
Trey
well,
remind-
Trigger.
I think
for
Trey.
Sure.
The reason early Trey caught on the way he did was because he reminded people of '90s R&B. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't until he tried to get into the hip opera that
That was the second album though.
Trigger came,
Yeah.
and then Trigger just
You only got
the
one album where he
mixtapes. It was the mixtapes where it started to, and then the mixtapes started to bleed into his
the mixtapes came after
mainstream.
the mixtapes didn't come to like his 34th album. On the second album, he was Trigger.
You talking about the anticipations and all that?
Yeah, when did them come?
On the second album, all he had on there was like role play.
Store Run, Grub On. R. Kelly wrote Grub On and a Store Run, I believe.
Oh, I don't even listen to those anyways. The first album,
That's crazy.
the first album is the epitome of a '90s R&B album. The first one. The second one, he started to. You could see the main. He was still Trey, but you could still see the mainstream. And then by the third, it's full-fledged Trigger with some Trey coming out sometimes, and then he'll still give you one here and there, but he got other problems.
He has other
Yes,
problems.
he does.
Yeah, I
He
heard.
definitely
Yeah.
does.
But that
You talking about him and Kevin Lyles?
Kevin
he just-
Lyles.
That they was in a relationship?
Oh,
That was a
I
rumor.
didn't know that,
What
but
are you
A
talking
rumor
about?
allegedly.
no, I didn't know that one.
Oh.
I was he
We
just
just knew he was real.
his
rapey.
relationship with women.
Well, yeah.
Extremely rapey.
What?
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
He just aggressive.
with a man too.
Cause get that vagina away from me. Ew.
But yeah, I got 2000s. 2000s R&B is when it kind of like, so it was solidified. I think undeniable hits in the 90s. 80s is the best to me. The epitome of when you talk about just R&B. Period. It's 80s to me.
It's 90s to me.
90s got undeniable hits, and then we grew up in the 90s. 2000s is when, like, to me, R&B was solidified, not just from a sound standpoint, but from a business standpoint. There's a lot of money made off R&B in the 2000s.
But R&B was the dominant black form of music until the 2000s. There was money always being made off R&B.
Pop is in there.
What?
You're not including pop?
Yeah, I'm including pop.
Oh, you fucking tripping now.
You
R&B
think so?
was
Like with
When
with
did
the
pop-
Michael Jackson.
got old R&B.
The Janet
He
Jackson.
didn't show up until the 80s. So
you
what-
got
what-
old R&B artists redoing their music because they wasn't making nothing off of it.
Yeah, they can own their masters now. That's a business thing.
Yeah, because they're redoing it, which sounds terrible. You listen to the radio like I do.
I get it.
You see TLC redid all their music? That
No, I
shit.
did not.
they?
No, I did not.
Yes, Creep, No Scrubs.
That hasn't worked out for anybody that I've seen yet.
No.
But they
Taylor Swift.
redid it, and they're playing those on the radio, and they sound fucking terrible.
Well, T-Boz don't even have a voice, do she?
And how they get Left Eye's voice?
I've only heard Creep and No Scrubs. Oh no, what about your friends?
Oh,
That
yeah.
too, but they sound terrible. They don't play Left Eye's part on the radio anyways. On
On
No
No
Scrubs.
Scrubs?
Thankfully.
They don't.
Thankfully.
That's crazy. That shit was hard.
That
Yeah,
shit was
bars.
terrible. Hard to listen to.
Man, rest in peace.
You know,
Rest in peace.
she should have put in that tub when she was burning shit up. Her lyric book.
There was a few. I mean, because I grew up on them. I think when you talk about like Donnell Jones, Silk, John B.
They had solid albums.
second album. Destiny's Child.
8701.
No. That's like classic. I don't have 8701 as a classic album. It's had some great songs on there, but when you talk about like 90s,
Like through and
when
through.
like 90s class,
Oh.
there's not many 90s classic albums.
That's crazy.
I don't know why people don't give My Way its just due. Like I feel like My Way should be up there.
It is.
Kind
What
of
you
you can
mean?
play it. A lot
It's
of
his
people
best
don't.
album.
But a lot of people don't say they
That's
put
crazy.
8701 over
Not
that
his
one.
best
How is
album.
that? How is that crazy?
It's not
My
crazy.
Way is his
It's
best album?
Not his best album.
My Way is his best album.
Over Confessions?
Yes.
Shit.
I feel like that's the only album that you can play from beginning to end.
What,
really. It's only
Confessions?
like one skip. No, not Confessions. It's a few skips on there.
Not until you get to like the
end, the last
Middle
But
two
it's
song.
still
songs.
there are still skips.
My Way is
You talking
9 for
My Way?
9. What are we talking about? What skips on My
it
Way?
is not. What's that song with Lil Kim on it?
God.
I fuck with that.
And we not gonna glaze over the fact that Pop Your Collar came out around that time, and they was like, yeah, nah.
I actually fucked with Pop Your Collar, man.
That's
They was
fucking
playing, but I was
that's
just
fucking insane.
They was playing it on the radio and shit. I kind of fucked with that record, man. But I played My Way out, man. Shit, when my mom told me to shut the fuck up one time, I was singing that shit from the my fucking soul, man. She ruined my singing dreams at that time.
They played Pop Your Collar on the radio about twice. Then you can only hear it when Galaxy Glen was on the radio.
Galaxy Glare.
But yeah, it's not many classic '90s albums that you go back to and like.
That's crazy.
Share My World.
Share My World is right
The
up
90s.
there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying in compared to like the 2000s.
Oh, okay.
In 2000s, you know albums. 90s is more about the songs.
Yeah, I think like with some of the ones that we really love, like Jodeci, you can't really go back and listen to
They're
a
all
full
top heavy.
Jodeci album. Like it's
They're all
I agree.
They're all top heavy.
Yeah.
They put the hits at the top and then
There's a bunch of 90s albums that I can listen to. A bunch of them.
name two.
112, 1 and 2.
Oh, you fucking out
Tony,
your mind.
Tony, Tony
No,
Braxton.
Tony
Stinks.
Braxton for sure. No,
Drew Hill,
her
second
first
album.
That's the only good album that she really got.
Tony?
Yeah,
I've never listened to a Tony album through and through.
never.
Hey,
Me
man.
neither.
See, your mama wasn't. She was younger though. My mom was playing the fuck out of that album.
And,
Like,
it's a great.
Can you
It
imagine
is.
cleaning to Unbreak My
yeah.
Heart?
No, that's not. That's like late
that's
90s.
That's the second album.
Yeah, that's the second album. We're talking about the first one,
It's
her
on the first
debut.
album.
You
Breathe
Mean the World
Again,
to
another
Me,
sad
Breathe
love
Again.
song.
Yeah.
How many ways?
You can't clean.
Love Should Have
Candlelight.
Brought You Home.
Love should have brought you home.
You can't clean to that.
That
Yes,
shit
you
sound
can.
depressing.
No, you can't.
It's
I mean,
good though.
I'm
It's great
skipping
music,
mad,
though.
I'm skipping mad spots on the toilet.
How Many Ways?
Come
Did you
on,
already say
man.
How Many Ways?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
we
okay,
good. You
yeah.
good though. That's one of them joints.
And Tony to me wasn't necessarily R&B,
What was
What
was
was
she?
she?
like jazz.
What the
Jazz
fuck?
sounds insane.
What are you talking about? She had Babyface writing
Kitty G.
everything on there.
Tony
How is that
so
not R&B?
jazz. It feels jazz.
Is she the
She
first
didn't-
LaFace star? She might be the first
to
LaFace
me,
star.
she didn't start. I didn't
think
feel like
so.
she started to go into like R&B until like he wasn't man enough for me and shit
That
like
was
that.
like
Some soul.
pop
That's
R&B.
later.
That was like the pop R&B sound.
Yeah.
That wasn't. If you go back,
Tony
you
was
need.
a
I think you
jazz
need
artist,
to.
like
I think
an
you
opera
need.
woman.
No.
Jazz beats.
You
disrespect,
see, you do
man.
that every time with a woman with a voice that's like deep. You do that every time with all of the altos.
Ooh.
You do the same. You treating her the same way you treat Anita Baker.
And T-Bars.
Come on, man.
All of them.
You gonna put them in the same?
But you do.
That is
You
insane.
you treat them all the same. You act like
Do I?
yes.
You gotta buy it.
I listen to Anita though, and I listen to Tony.
Apparently not her first album where you should have started.
I mean, there's a lot. I'm not gonna sit here like I love music, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm interested in just listening to all these
You
albums.
should, though.
I'm not.
I think that is like one album that you really should go back and revisit.
I mean, it's a different time now. I don't see myself sitting down listening to a Tony Braxton.
I actually
album
went
like
down
that.
a Tony Braxton rabbit
unfortunate.
hole like a couple of weeks ago, and it's fire. Like it still sounds really
It
good.
still sounds really good.
Yes, it aged beautifully.
Speaking of, I do want to come here and say I got to go back on something.
Okay.
I've fallen in love with this is because I've slandered this. I've not necessarily slandered it, but I've slandered it, and I've completely fallen in love with this album. The Nip joint, man.
Somebody.
You're
A
welcome.
victory lap?
Yes.
You're welcome.
You did. You was shitting on it too.
You're
For
welcome.
years.
Fucking
For years, you
I
was
For
shitting on it.
years.
have fallen in love, man.
That shit hard.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
What took you so long?
I don't know.
How did you reach this
Yeah.
this newfound love?
I was just in the gym I was in the gym yesterday. Not yesterday. I'm sorry. I was in the gym probably was it like about 2 days ago? and rap niggas came on. And I was like, damn, man, it sound better than I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what, let me turn this on.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, damn,
This is good.
Mm-hmm.
this is all right.
That's one of them ones.
Yeah, I'm falling in love with it right now, so I got to get back to. I don't want to be biased right now,
And we appreciate you.
but it's
man.
one of them ones.
We appreciate you.
It's one of them ones, man.
I haven't told y'all so, man.
Yeah, I ain't going that far.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go that far yet.
He was crying behind it. I believed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was upset.
Whew.
I even remember he was going through it when he first. And I get it though, because it's like when you come across somebody that possesses like that type of energy outside of the music altogether. You know what I mean? Like just as a person in general.
Yeah, I'm not going that far.
No, I'm just saying, just as a person in general, like it can impact you when a celebrity passes.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I remember like how hated he was pre-passing, so it doesn't hit me.
Nipsey was hated?
Yeah, because not too long ago, that's when it came out that he was cheating on Lauren.
Oh, they turned that around real quick
And
though.
then
That was
the
like,
pictures,
that was real fast.
Then the pictures came.
Yeah.
When they took the pictures.
On the horse.
Yeah. Then it came, and then it was like, oh, okay.
That was like a
well,
year. The whole
And then-
because they had a whole break for like a year prior to that though.
And they were killing him. They wasn't fucking with him. And then the pictures came. Then it was like, oh, okay, they getting back together. Are they back together? And then the incident.
Who was the chick you was cheating on? He was cheating with?
She gotta be a bad mama jam.
Gotta be.
Not always.
But it's not the
That's
first.
a lot of
true, too.
times men cheat down,
true.
so you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Y'all done said that plenty of times. Plenty.
I don't have a rebuttal for that.
Well, she ain't a 49er.
I mean,
Or a linebacker.
I think the
Nah, 40. I think they're a 9.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm thinking my mind went somewhere else.
I mean, because some people have different reasons. Some people have different reasons for cheating, though. If it's just from a sexual aspect, then the cheating down doesn't really hit that hard because if I'm cheating to be pleasured, then the way she looks doesn't really come into play.
Yeah.
For as a man, I will probably. I don't know if I would necessarily size him up because of the way he looks or the way you feel about him. It's easy. I would think it would be easier for me to take something like that on the chin if.
Pause.
What?
Pause.
Yo.
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying it would be easier for me to take like getting cheated on the chin if it was just like, oh, I just fucked him
It was a one-off.
versus, oh, you really love this nigga.
Of course.
Yeah, that's always gonna be harder to accept.
course.
That's for anybody.
That's when you probably, as a man, you start sizing them up.
Mm.
I think even as like for women, it's really not even about. I mean, of course, we always go by and say like, oh, she's ugly or whatever. You know, if we feel like she is, we go off of her looks. But at the end of the day, like what really impacts or like hurts the most is if you're like cheating emotionally with that person. I think.
Oh, y'all gotta get used to that then.
Yeah, that's the part. That's the part that's like, damn, you really cared about her.
Well, I mean,
Or you allowed her to come into a space where you've blocked me out of because you feel like you can't talk to me.
think
Like that's hard to accept.
speaking for men, right? I think the things that women don't pay attention to, if you see the internet, you know, you see women talking on the internet. To me, the first red flag is if a woman comes out and says her man won't talk to her. That tells me there is no emotional security there. As we get older, that becomes big to us. If there's no emotional security there, I ain't talking to you. And at some point, a lot of niggas know how to hold all that shit in, but that doesn't mean it's fair either. We ain't got nobody to talk to. At some point, it's gonna come out. So if I can't talk to you and you know I can't talk to you, you ain't trying to do nothing to fix it. Also, the look thing only comes to those that just ain't been around too many like bad bitches. So that's just the honesty. I know women take that to heart, but to men, a lot of that shit don't. It don't hit as hard as y'all might think it does.
Yeah. I think women gravitate towards that because that's the first thing you can point to, right? That's
the physical.
I look better than her, yeah, but you're not gravitating towards. I mean, you're not understanding the reason why we dealt with this woman to begin with. She's offering something that I obviously can't get from you. It has nothing to do with looks, especially if you look better than her. Obviously, it's not looks that brought me to the situation. Yeah. It's something that I'm lacking at home. Hopefully, I've tried to communicate that to you. Didn't work out, so I'm gonna go find it somewhere because you can only repress this shit for so long and it's gonna explode. I gotta go let this out somewhere.
I get it.
Shout out to all the couples, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's work out there. Ain't nobody perfect. So you gotta try to figure it out.
Preach.
Peace, y'all. This is Views from the 7 podcast. This shit got Spence. I'm joined with my homeboys, Ivan.
What's good?
So,
Yes, sir.
Wifey in the building.
Yeah.
Shout out to Skinny, man. He doing his family thing, man. He be making his return soon. Oh man, if my voice is my energy is a little down, man, I apologize, man. It's been a long ass week. I kind of had to drag myself here. But it's been fucked up, man. I was almost out of here.
You got the thing on you?
What thing?
The thing. You got the.
No, I don't.
You got the blicky on you?
Oh,
The blicky.
They got the blicky. No, I was close to being up out of here, man.
What?
Dying.
How?
Absolutely. I had a really, really bad allergic reaction to something. I was just we oftentimes joke about it up in here. You know, I've even probably said it on the show. Like, damn, man, you know, I'm having a hard time breathing. My allergies is fucked up. I broke out at Skinny's baby shower. And that was the first time he was like, shit, man, that shit really be happening. Like how fucking you know what I mean? People wasn't like taking it serious because I was always like joking about it and shit. So I'm at home, man, and I'm just sitting on the couch and I can just feel it. Like I feel the first thing is I feel like my eyes swelling up, right? And it's usually only in one eye. And I get the headaches. My hair is itching like I ain't washed it in. It's just itching really bad. So I take an allergy pill. That shit wasn't doing nothing. And at this time, I had already, I got a cocktail every morning. I use my nose shit, my nose spray, my nasal spray. I take my allergy pill and my eye drops. And so I'm sitting on the couch and it just sparks. Just there you go. So I go in the bathroom and I'm like, oh shit. It is like, I ain't never seen it this bad. So the first thing I do is I call wifey in the bathroom. I'm like, babe, look, right? And she like, God damn, right? And then I said, well, I'm a chill, and if it get too bad, then we going to the doctor. I never go. And then next thing I know, now it's becoming harder to breathe. Now I'm wheezing and shit. And I'm like, oh shit. So I call her in there. I say, hey, we gotta go. And even at this point, I don't know how serious it is. I'm just thinking, so we driving. I'm fucking with these two. You know what I mean? I'm driving. I think I'm cussing her out. I'm fucking with these two niggas. Cause something about parking, like, cause we be having the big truck driving shit. Yeah, and she be parking that motherfucker like it's a Nissan or something, right? So I'm cussing her out. So we go into the hospital. This was the first time I was like, oh shit, okay, this might be like really, really serious. Yeah. So we go to the hospital. As soon as I hit the front window, they was like, oh, you sit right here. And I'm sitting in the chair. Nigga, the ER fucked up. I feel super bad, right? Because this motherfucker's in there fucked up.
Where you go to UMC?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The worst.
No, because we was going somewhere. We was going somewhere. I remember her being on the phone with like a doctor or something, and I think we was going somewhere, and then the doctor told her, take him to the emergency room.
Yeah, because I was gonna take him to urgent care
Yeah.
because usually, like, if they are able to treat you at urgent care, you want to go there first, because the copays are cheaper.
A lot cheaper.
But when it comes to like breathing and stuff like that, I kind of figured that they were gonna send us to the ER, and that's pretty much what he said. Like, y'all need to go there right now, and that was the closest one.
So we walk in there, and as soon as we hit the window, I'm talking about like the register shit.
Yeah.
She was like, you sit right here. And so I'm like, I'm in the front. Like, as soon as I go in, like, I'm sitting down in the front, and I just look at it. I'm looking in the ER, and I'm like, damn, these people fucked up. And I'm cutting like a motherfucker, right?
Be smooth walk too.
Yeah.
So they come get me. As soon as they sat me down, they took like my vitals and all this shit. And I'm like,
Triage shit. Yeah.
what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
They don't play with, if you have chest pains, and I know that from working like many years with, in the medical field. Like, if you go in there with chest pains, if you have asthma, allergic reactions, you going back right away. They don't
Not
play
all the
with that.
time, but I'll tell my
A lot of
story
times.
later.
So, but by the time I sat down, at this point I'm wheezing and my chest is extremely tight now. Right. So they took my vitals. And then they took me in the back immediately. And I think as soon as I sat down, they had me on all type of shit. First when they came in, they put the shit on me. They had me smoking some shit.
A breathing treatment.
They had me smoking some shit. I had the fucking thing in my arm and shit. They put all the shits in my arm. They put all the goddamn, all the things on my chest. And then that's when she hit me with the fucking... the pen and shit. My motherfucking blood was flying and shit. I was like, oh shit, I know. Like, soon as she hit me in my thigh, she hit me in my thigh, and my blood like squirted out and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like I'm in the movies. And so I'm sitting there. We sitting there.
Squirted, that's crazy.
Yeah, no. So we sitting there for a while. I'm stressed out. And then I become more stressed out because they start throwing all this other shit out there. Like, I'm stressed out, so my blood pressure is extremely high. So now they talking about a nigga might have like hypertension and shit. I didn't know hypertension was like a big word for high blood pressure.
Yes.
So I'm like, what the fuck is, you know what I mean? Like I'm 36. What the fuck you mean hypertension? Right? And so then that's when the doctor came in. She was like, man, they be having them the top flight nurses and shit up in there. Like, how the fuck why the fuck you gonna tell me? See, that's why I don't be like, I told y'all about UMC. Going to UMC, you got these motherfucking students in here. Why the fuck would you tell me that at this point? Now I'm stressed though.
He just said it so nonchalantly too. He's like, oh yeah, you probably have hypertension. Like, why would you?
Why?
Why the fuck would you do that, right? So then the doctor came, and the doctor...
Why would you
Nigga
say
tell you
that?
the worst news of your life, just like it's...
While I'm still in them, at this point, I ain't got... nobody has said anything to me yet.
Yeah.
As soon as I came in, everybody just hit me with all this shit. So, later on, the doctor came in. And then this time, she taking pictures and shit, I'm still not like... And then the doctor came in and then was telling me, like, what was going on. I forgot what the word he said it was and what was happening to me. But had I not gone to the doctor, it would have probably been a wrap that night.
Damn.
And that's when I was like, oh, shit. But I'm still like, oh, shit, but I'm still stressed the fuck out because now it's like, okay, I'm not dying, but I got high blood pressure. I couldn't get that shit off my mind. The fuck you mean? Right? And then, so now they like, okay, then hit me with everything. They checking on me and shit. And so now we're just sitting there. And this is how crazy life is.
That wasn't me swallowing this time.
Yeah, that up.
Wasn't me swallowing.
Damn,
I keep catching the blame. I keep catching the blame when these...
But so now we just sitting there. So now I'm like, and it's like I said, it's crazy how like the body and the mind works. Because now I didn't got death off of my mind. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you could have died. It's traumatic, and it came back and it hit me in another way.
Yeah.
But it's like, now my mind is, I got high fucking blood pressure, right?
Yeah.
I'm stressed out, and now everything starts to go shits in the hospital. So now, me and wifey in there like, get us the fuck. And they made me stay. I stayed like 3 hours afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they can watch me.
Yeah.
But now, it's an older dude next to me. He's trying to be a sweetheart, but he is being
An asshole.
and as racist as fucking possible. Like,
Oh God.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing. They
Old
brought
people just be
somebody.
saying
They brought
crazy
somebody else
stuff.
in. Started lighting a whole. He was smoking a cigarette in the bed. And then they brought somebody else in that started selling weed.
Started selling weed.
No, he had weed on his possession that he was selling, but he wasn't selling it.
The jars was this big. Why the fuck are you in the hospital with jars this
He going to
big?
jail. That's why.
The jars was this, like the jars with the weed in it. This big.
That's crazy.
And this is, we not in the front. We not in the lobby. Like, we in the back now. We in the beds and shit.
But weed is legal though.
Yeah, but you can't sell it. You can't just have it on your possession to sell.
One nurse got hit. Somebody snuck her.
God damn.
It's
boy.
like, man. So finally, they it's like, okay, you know, you're doing better. You can go home now. And boy, you know, on the movies and shit, when motherfuckers just jump up and start snatching all that shit off, that was me, boy. Get me the fuck up out this motherfucker, man. I'd never go there again.
No.
Nah,
That would be the very last. Like,
last resort.
yeah,
Hospital.
unless you like need to go to the trauma center, don't go there.
Yeah,
That's the
like,
only way to
like
go.
a major injury.
Yeah.
But that's what I was kind of like.
They ain't say Tupac.
They did not say.
No,
Tupac,
they didn't.
There wasn't no saving him.
They did not say.
Once them lungs collapsed, it was a kind of a wrap.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So that's what I've been dealing with all week, and it's like, man, you try to like keep moving forward and shit, but it's like, damn, man, I could have been gone, bro. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them things where you fucking realize not necessarily how fragile life is, but how fragile you are. Like,
That you're not invincible.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
like reality doesn't need a spectator. You know what I mean? And keeps going on
Yeah, absolutely.
with or without you. And I'm like, damn, man, it could have been a ooh-wee. You know?
Yeah. That text message go off his Uncle Charles.
He was right there.
He was
too.
right there.
Motherfucker like that, like, ooh, I wanted
there
you.
with the finger.
Uncle Charles
Ooh.
is not home.
So yeah, man. So as far as my kids go, I was kind of like, they don't know the severity of it.
Yeah.
We just kind of make sure they all right and shit.
What
they was worried.
What was the issue? It was just allergies or?
No, I actually got to go to a specialist.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to my primary care physician tomorrow, Tuesday, and then they're gonna send me to a specialist because at this point I don't know what it is. It's so random.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever taken an allergy test?
That's what he's going. He's going to go to
Yeah.
an allergist so that they can do it. Yeah.
What's
They'll
that?
have to poke you in the back with like all the different things to see what you have a reaction to.
Fuck you mean poke me?
So,
With the needle.
I've taken it before,
Okay.
and I don't know if the procedure is different now, but like it's like 120 allergens, and it's like they'll have you lay on your stomach and they'll hit you in your back. It's like a board. It's kind of big. It's like a board. It has 120 needles on it,
Okay.
and they're gonna hit you on your back with all those needles at one time,
Fuck.
That shit sounds.
and just see what your skin reacts to. That's how they'll be able to tell what you're allergic to.
That sounds painful.
I took mine late 80s, early 90s, so that's how they did it then. I don't know what the procedure is now, but that was the allergy test. When I was a kid, they hit you with all them 120 needles at one time. Boop.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God.
Because
Did you find out what you were allergic to?
Yeah, like grass. Like if it's windy and it's like a grassy area, I'm not good.
mine has always been that was the one thing I've always known I was allergic to was the pollen.
Yeah.
That like, and I know allergy season was a little long this year. So we still going through it.
Yeah, but for you to be in your home, it's probably it might be something in your home that you're allergic to that you're just not aware of. So
It wasn't even just at my home when we went to Skinny's baby shower.
it may be
We're
something,
literally just sitting there and
it may be something in your home like something that's home based that you're not aware of that you're sitting around that could just trigger you anytime. So I don't know if the list of allergens is going up. I don't know if they do the procedure differently, but when I took it, that's what they did.
Yeah.
It was a
so that's what I'm I gotta take that's what I'm doing on Tuesday. See what's going on. So now I'll be, sometimes I'll be all right. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, it could have been a rap. They gotta start reading again. It spooked the fuck out of me, bro. Like, I just started reading
Changed
again.
his
I
body.
started doing all type of shit,
what
man.
they say about your hypertension.
high. What did he say? Like it got to be something like high like that, like
in
twice
2 different places.
in two
So
different places.
When he goes to his primary care, they can see if it's still high. Because a lot of times when you go into the hospital, naturally
You stress the fuck
you
out.
stress
and
out.
he didn't. This didn't happen until they hit me with everything already. And so she had already hit me with something. What was it? The EpiPen? When she was
Yeah.
it the EpiPen when she was like, "This gonna speed your heart up a little bit."
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he put the shit on me, and then comes back and was like, "Hey, you may have high blood pressure." I'm like, "The fuck."
Black man in America, man. We all got high blood pressure.
It's a lot to deal with at one time.
It
Man,
really is.
so we'll see what's going on. But that's so I've been in and out, man. Today I woke up, I wasn't feeling it. But we gonna make it do what it do, man.
Shout out to the Crib God.
Other than that, man,
Bless
I
me.
let wifey get into it, man. We had like a little date night and shit yesterday.
Aww.
You know, we went to a nice sushi spot. Yeah, we went to it. We went to a nice sushi spot. Me and her knocked down like 2 soju and some like what's that white?
Soju.
What's that?
We did some hot sake, which
That shit was
I didn't
gross.
like the hot sake.
But
sake.
we knocked down two soju.
Put you on your ass, huh?
Man, I was in that motherfucker like, whew.
That's why they karaoke be lit like that. The motherfuckers be off them soldiers.
Man, so I was feeling fucking because that shit it don't taste like alcohol.
Yeah.
That shit was so good. And I don't know if because we can have it in a while, but I was like, damn, man, this shit good. So we knocked them back, boom, right, and then so we chilled for a minute. We went and picked the kids up because my daughter had like a volunteer thing going on like for Christmas and stuff. So everybody went. And so we picked them up, man, and just for me, I let her give her side of it. We went to 745.
How was that?
Beautiful.
It was amazing. Have you ever heard of it? It's a speakeasy. It's like a hidden bar where you need a passcode to get in, but it is intimate R&B. Only allows a certain people in there, a certain amount of people in there at a time. I think when we was in there, not even 20 people. Very, very intimate. Everybody's close. Everybody's close. It's like it's one of them things where if y'all are a close couple, you'll see. If y'all not, you'll see. It's that intimate.
Yeah.
Like
It's
because
very,
the
very,
music is the music is not just R&B. It's like slow R&B.
Oh, okay.
So like they playing like the Good and Plenties and the Leon Thomas, you know what I mean, shit like that. So it's like very, very slow R&B. So there is nothing in there but to talk. And if you
and you
can't
have
talk,
to talk like quietly also too.
No
Like they
yelling.
don't want you to be in there yelling because, you know, it was perfect. I loved it.
yeah. So if you
I
ain't
loved
like
it.
to me, it's somewhere you would go if you and your partner, not to kick it.
Yeah.
Like you and your partner, y'all just want to go somewhere into relax in an intimate setting. We had some wine and shit. We drank, we was drinking
It's
wine.
like it's like a 2-drink minimum in there or something. Ain't it?
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
food. I mean, we didn't eat there. But we had some wine, the drinks.
Where's it at?
It is right
downtown.
next to Chocolate City.
Okay.
Downtown.
You got to make a reservation and shit.
Mm-hmm.
The owner was hella. We didn't even. I had a thought in my mind that that's the owner. It's black owned, owned, born and raised here, which was hella dope. But she didn't come off as the owner. So when we walking out, because she was like the DJ, and they also play their music on the 8 tracks. The 8 tracks, but
No,
2-inch
records.
reels?
They have
The actual records.
They have
Oh,
the records.
vinyl?
Yeah.
45?
yeah, vinyls.
Yeah.
There you go. So they actually play R&B on vinyls. She got
That's
2
dope.
of them, so they just be going back and forth.
That's dope.
And so we was walking out. I told her, I said, man, you should do that. You should do that for real, cause she was jamming.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the entire time we was there.
It was like no misses, none.
Okay.
And so I said, man, let me. Wifey told me it was black owned, so when I started Googling it and shit, and I'm like, damn, that was the owner. Didn't come off as the owner at all.
Yeah.
Like it was super cool. There was one couple in there
was
where we
getting
was
on my
like, come on,
nerves.
man, like, you know, when you have to be like super hard and like it's not even a place for this.
Yeah.
So this nigga all on FaceTime like, man, I look so good, blood.
Oh God.
I'm like, nigga, we are listening to fucking
Leon Thomas.
Alex Isley in this motherfucker right now.
Exactly. Like,
the
what
fuck
are
is-
you doing?
But that shit was that shit was cool, man. I didn't get drunk. I had like 2 cups of wine, and then I had all the drinks are like R&B based. Like they all have a R&B.
Like a name.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It
What
was.
kind of wine
It,
you drinking?
Chardonnay. My baby done grew up.
I
My
had
baby
two.
done
I
grew
had
up.
two glasses. I had
Okay.
2 glasses.
Okay.
But it was cool, man. It's somewhere. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I had just met somebody, that's the first date, and I'm getting a pussy.
Okay.
You definitely getting pussy. After
That's somewhere you would
for
get it.
sure.
It's somewhere just the environment. That's somewhere. Either y'all are a very very solid couple, and I'm not talking about the couples that go somewhere and then both of them like on their phone and
Yeah.
that will be exposed because there's literally nothing to do but listen to music and talk.
So I can't take my wife basically because she ain't gonna put that
No,
phone down.
Oh, she will. She
I think she
will.
got ADHD sometimes. She can't pay attention to one thing like for a long period of time.
it's-
We can't watch movies.
It's
together no
very
more.
it's very very intimate.
Yeah.
Like and so yeah, you a very very like solid couple where y'all just somewhere where y'all can just similar to like if you just in your living room listening to music
Okay.
with something to drink. Yeah, either first date or y'all very 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 solid couple and y'all know how to talk and shit. If you're not, y'all in trouble. Y'all not gonna enjoy it. And then our Uber driver picks us up. This shit was fucking crazy, right? So the Uber driver picks us up. He fucking jumps out. This little gay dude, this little gay man, and I'm highlighting he's gay for a reason.
Okay.
He fucking jumps out, and I don't think he would get away with this if he was like straight for some reason. I don't know. I gave him a little bit more grace because he was gay. I don't know. Sounds crazy, but
It sounds crazy.
he pulls up. He fucking jumps out. Open like on like I don't know if he was on coke or what. He literally
on
jumps
something.
out and runs to open up both of our doors. I said, okay,
That's dope.
that's what's up. You working for the tip?
Yeah.
You working for the tip, right? So we get in the car. And he just started asking us all these questions. It's cool. It's very, very detailed oriented.
And
But it's
thoughtful.
thoughtful. Like what y'all want to listen to?
Yeah.
Is the volume
The
okay?
volume. Is the AC
He's
good?
being considered.
Would you
Let
like
me
a
know.
bottle of water?
Do you want a bottle of water?
Oh, he do extras.
Let me know if there's any song that plays that you want skipped.
Okay.
No.
All this, right?
Yeah.
No. I can get this 112 mix and shut the fuck up.
Right.
But no, so check this out, dog. We roll it. It's cool. He get to the front of our car. He get to the front of the house. This nigga jumps out and runs to my side to open it up and open up her side of the door, right? And he's like, he kept.
He's black.
Bowing. and
No,
like-
he ain't Asian.
He's Asian. Okay.
No, he's not.
Oh.
He black?
No,
No,
he
he's like-
was like Palestinian or something like
Okay.
that.
He just was
Yeah.
like
Middle Eastern.
He kept
Yeah,
doing
Middle
the bows.
Eastern,
The
yeah.
just
hand
kept
bows.
doing this shit right here, right? So at this point now, because I'm drunk, I'm trying. I'm crying inside. I got in the house. It was like I almost enjoy. Like I should have just like pushed him
bow
a little.
back?
I should have pushed him a little bit. Like I enjoyed seeing him work for this tip. But this nigga's on something.
He gotta be.
Okay, so listen to the story. Where did he was gay part come in at? Because I missed it.
He's listening to our conversation, but ain't listening. Right? We in the backseat. We just drunk. We just rambling and shit. It went. And I don't know what happened. But wifey asked, was it raining? Right? And just out of fucking nowhere, he was like, I'm not going to answer it because I don't know if that question was for me or not.
With the
Random.
headroll and everything.
This just came out of wifey. Me and wifey talking in the back.
Was it raining men or something?
No. Jesus. I don't know what happened if somebody walked by, was using their windshield wipers or something, or you know, something got on the window, and it was just like, you know, might have been sprinkling outside or something. I don't know, but wifey asked, "Was it raining outside?" And then probably about a minute later, he was like, "I'm not going to answer that because I don't know if that was for me or not." like.
I forgot that I had even said it. Like, that's how long
That's crazy.
And
So
I
you
was
asked
like,
the question,
I
it
was
was
like,
just
what?
silence.
Yeah.
And then he just answered like a minute later.
Yes.
He was on coke.
Yeah, he sounded like he was high.
Cause he was like, cause we was like, you know how long? He's like, you know, I'm just getting started, and you know, he's like,
Oh, that's why he doing all the running and shit.
yeah, he's like, I'm just getting started, and
But
usually
he's been driving for 8 years.
I go.
Uber?
Really?
Yeah.
He said I go until, you know, I just can't take it no more. So he's like, usually he goes to like 8 o'clock.
Damn.
And I was like, oh shit. It's like, yeah. I said, okay. And then that's when it just, I don't know, man. It was weird, bro.
It was definitely,
weird.
it was a different experience for
Car
sure.
was dope though. I don't know what kind of car that was, but it was fucking. It was hella. It was a very very nice.
Did he
car.
have any like signage in the car? Because I've seen them with like signs in it.
No, it smelled hella good though.
It was
No
super
cap.
clean.
I almost wanted to ask him like,
What did you put in here?
Yeah.
that shit smelled amazing. Cause gay man got that on lock. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He man got what on lock? Smelling good?
Yes, over women.
Over studs?
Over women.
Women have more so of a, and I'm not even gonna put no homo in this. They just do. Women have more of a strong scent. It's not necessarily smells good. It's like this shit is strong.
What?
More the gay homies be like, I know this shit sound crazy, the gay homies, some of the gay homies, you be wanting to ask like, damn man, what's that you got on?
Ask him.
Not you smell good. I've never asked a man that.
You smelling them? You
There are
might
a
as
couple
well
times.
ask.
There are a couple times where I have one to ask
Why you don't ask?
Yeah.
Yeah, just ask.
because it's gay.
Just get to ask him, man, hey man, you
What
smell good.
cologne
What's
it
that
is?
scent? Yeah.
I'm still working on myself.
I
man.
get it. I get it.
You ain't y'all done this?
Yeah.
Ask a man what he wear.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a manly way. Hey, my nigga, hey, what you got on?
Hey, what soap is that?
No, I ain't never asked a man.
I ain't never
I ain't never
asked
asked a man what he
myself.
wore his body down with. That sounds crazy.
That's crazy.
But I've asked a nigga what he was like. 'cause
What
I could
cologne
just-
that is?
I could just be like, okay, if I had that on, there's some panties coming off tonight. I need that. I need that.
Yeah,
brush.
I think it's rarely. I think it's rarely, and I'm just being completely honest. It's very very. I don't think I've ever told a woman she smells good. I think there's a difference between not necessarily not saying you stink, but not saying you because y'all making me feel weird now.
Oh no, I
saying-
didn't even take it that way.
Not saying you stink, but usually it's not a smell good. It's a fresh, loud smell. Like women cologne to me is very, very loud.
Perfume.
Not necessarily women's perfume. Not necessarily smells good. It's just loud.
You've never like smelled something that was like she smells really good.
It's distinctive.
No.
That's-
Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, like I said, fresh, and
Yeah,
I'm talking about like
I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
fresh and you can smell good, but it's not a smell where I would want to ask what you smell. What is that?
Yeah.
You smell really good. It's just you fresh with a loud perfume on. There are men that I've walked by where I was like, damn, homie, got that. What is that he wearing? I never.
That's cool.
No.
I looked the car up. It's a Polster. I don't know what that is, but it's an
never heard that
electric car. It's
A
a
poster?
Swedish
Poster. I have heard of
Polster,
that.
Yeah.
You have outside of like the cocoa butter and shit like that. You walked past, or not walked past, but been around a woman and been like, damn, she smell good.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a conversation starter too. You smell real radiant. You know, you got to use different words and shit. Oh, thank you. And then you build off of that.
I've never had a
Radiant.
conversation about it, but just
Yeah.
like, damn, she smells good. Or even like, I hang out in Bath and Body Works, so like sometimes
That shit's loud to me.
He hates Bath and Body
That's not
Works.
necessarily
I love
a
that
good.
place.
The candles, But a woman with Bath and Body Works on, it's more of a loud smell. It's not a smell good. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Nah, I disagree.
What would be a fragrance that you would consider smells good?
from a woman
Yeah.
standpoint, I don't know because I never smelled it.
You just like, I mean, what is it that you don't like about it is what I'm asking. Like, is it because it's like a floral smell or citrusy or like what turns you off from
It's just
women's
very, very
perfumes?
like strong. It's very, very strong. I remember it might have been last year when we went to the perfume. Remember when we went to that perfume store? And I was in that motherfucker about to pass the fuck out. Like it's just a bunch of strong ass.
I feel like the perfume
smells
that I
in
wear
here. What-
is subtle. Like I wear the Chanel Chance, the green one, and that one is not like overpowering, super loud.
But I don't think I ever was like, babe, what's that?
Mm-hmm.
Again, not saying. Oh my god. See, and I'm not saying it to say like you smell or it stinks. Like there's a.
Jesus Christ!
I'm just
Please.
saying I have to. It feels like I have to fucking preface this by saying it. But
I think at this point the hole you've dug, I don't know. I don't know if you can undig it.
Keep digging.
no, I think a woman can be fresh. We know she's fresh.
Yes.
And she got on the perf, she got on the lotion and all of that, and she smells good, but not a smell good to where I would want to ask or it pops out to me like, what is that you
Yeah.
wear? That's all I'm saying.
I can see that from you. For
And
sure.
I don't know why, or maybe just because it hasn't. And I think that's a woman's perfume thing because old lady perfume is worse. Oh my god.
I think it's your allergies.
That white diamond don't fuck around.
Oh, it's strong as shit. And now today's perfumes and lotions is just strong with like a floral scent.
No, I disagree. Because I've smelled a woman and it was like, what is that you have on? Because like that's something I could see my daughter wearing. Like it smells good, but it doesn't give me like sexy. It just smells good.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind my daughter having
Yeah.
something like this because
What's a sexy scent to you?
I don't know women's scents by name, so I couldn't just tell you what they. But I just maybe like florally, citrusy, kind of somewhere in there.
Those type of notes.
Yeah.
I don't really like vanilla. I'm
not a vanilla fan either.
I don't like vanilla like that.
I'm not a vanilla fan either. Strawberry,
more-
stay away from it, please.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Oh man.
Stay away from.
Don't put it down there either. I don't like scents down there. Shout out to wifey for that.
What?
I don't like the
Oh no, I don't.
I don't like to putting the scents
I don't
down
be
there.
Yeah.
No, on the thighs. Can't put the. You can't
No,
put
I
like-
put it on my thighs,
down
but not
there.
on my area. Like you ain't supposed to.
No, yeah,
You ain't
you're not
supposed to
do that at all.
No, But
Well,
some people do. Some people put
they
like
put it-
deodorant down there and everything.
Baby powder.
the baby powder crustables. I've
That's
seen that before.
crazy.
Because it like balls up. You can't get rid of it. So you don't know when you take your underwear off. That shit look crazy. Don't do that.
Powdered pussy.
Is it supposed to keep it like fresh?
Keep it dry, yeah, especially in the summertime out here. Like,
I didn't.
cause
You
you
put
be
it.
sweating.
You put it in the panties, or you put it directly on the vagina.
What, the powder?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't put powder that
Like
maybe
when you do
years
do
ago.
it, is it
Probably-
actually on it or in the underwear?
In the underwear, like not actually on it, and then you just kind of like.
So, I mean,
Do
so
pussy sneeze? Do it like,
I know, but you do if you put too much down there. I haven't done that forever though. I remember when I was little, like my mom would have us put baby powder in our underwear and like on our chest and stuff.
So I guess my question is, if all of that happens, if all of that is going on down there, what is the purpose of even having underwear on then? Because
What
all
you
you're
mean?
doing is like holding it in one spot.
No, you gotta have them. You gotta wear the underwear. Like,
Why?
It's important to keep so it'll be breathable and and all that. Like especially like cotton underwear is like important down there.
Yeah, but it's like holding it,
What do you mean?
like sweat.
No, it keeps you dry.
Moisture.
When you don't wear underwear, that's when you start sweating and stuff because you don't have anything on you. Like if you wear cotton underwear, that's what keeps you dry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like your socks.
Like if I was,
Yeah,
If I was
exactly.
a woman, I could never see myself wearing a thong.
You
Like,
be freak
I don't
at
know
it?
how y'all do. Like you got it. You
You don't feel nothing.
like you y'all use the bathroom.
No,
and
it
it's
ain't.
like in there.
No, that's why you got to use like the wipes and stuff to keep it together.
I
Like
feel
you ain't.
disgusting.
You don't use wipes?
And we're all human, so I know.
You don't use baby wipes?
Yeah, but I'm saying we're all human, like, so I know, like, you know, the woman have a blowout, she got a tongue on. That's a long day.
Well,
blowout
yeah,
is
I mean,
crazy.
yeah, that
A
is kind of crazy. She probably gonna feel nasty whether she got a thong on
Yeah.
or
I'm
not.
saying, I know women be posting their lunch plates, and I'm like, woo, that time is coming.
That middle panty part be hard and brown, you know.
Oh, it ain't the middle
Hard
part
and
I'm
brown
scared
is
of.
crazy.
The thong part. That's on the other side. So where does the shit? I mean, where does it go? Because it ain't nowhere for it to hold.
Well, they like close to each other. It's only like a half a. So you never know. You never know.
Oh Lord.
Hey man, y'all women be going through it.
Have
bro.
you ever had like diarrhea while you was on your period?
What
Jesus.
is going on?
I can't imagine what them panties look like.
They
No,
call it a
honestly
chocolate
though,
cherry,
when
don't
you
it?
I have never heard that before. That's
What?
crazy.
They call it a chocolate cherry.
What?
A chocolate cherry. is
Whoever told
fucking
you that?
insane.
You know white boy humor. They be having like strawberry shortcake. It's like when you having sex with a girl and mix the
You
sperm. You
punch
ever-
her and shit.
Yeah, the donkey punches and shit like that.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's
What
like where you- like
the
where you
hell
come
is
on their
going
face
on?
and punch them and
What about a Cleveland chili
Come,
dog?
wait. You come on their face and punch them.
Yeah, it's
and
donkey
then
punches.
their fucking nose is all bloody, and then that's the fucking strawberry shit.
Yeah, yeah.
What the fuck is
Y'all don't ever hear them jokes?
Now I see why people don't like white boy humor.
Or like
That's crazy.
or like Gonzo. You remember from Gonzo from the Muppet Babies?
Yeah.
You put your balls on her eyeballs, and then her fucking
What is
your
going
dick's hanging off her
on?
nose like Gonzo.
So like a tea bag.
Yeah,
Similar.
but
You gotta have a lot of balls to cover somebody's
Yeah.
both eyeballs.
Yeah.
When you get old though, like y'all balls start hanging down real
Oh, the
low
Cleveland,
too.
there's a
So.
Cleveland chili dog. That's when you boo boo on her stomach and then you put your dick between it and like a chili dog.
Please. What is this ick? What is
Yeah, it's
going
like,
on? This
what's
is
that?
getting
Or
crazy.
the
Only one I've heard of is like the
steamer.
Dirty Sanchez. I don't know.
Hot Pocket.
I don't know exactly what it is.
What's the
but-
hot pocket?
The hot
That's the
pocket.
one where you take a shit and then you put the shit inside her pussy. And then you fuck her.
Please. That's enough. That's enough.
That is wild.
Yeah, I don't know how we
Yeah,
got
stay away
here.
from the white guys.
Yeah, it's white boy humor.
White people speak.
What?
What's been going on?
Oh my God! Wow, that's gonna be a hell of a thing to follow up with.
Chocolate cherries.
Yeah,
Chocolate
chocolate cherry is crazy. Just pretty much, trying to nurse you back to health, and it really put a lot of things in perspective for me because, me and Spence, we've been together for 11 years.
Yeah.
So it's like when you think about it, we get so caught up in like the monotony of just taking care of business together, bills, kids, and it's like we rarely find time to do things for ourselves
Okay.
together. So that's why this past week, like after we went through that and we were at the hospital, I'm like, you know what? We really need to be intentional with our time. Like we need to at least have he had already said we need to start doing date nights and stuff. So he's not really a planner. So this past week, I'm like, you know what? After that happened, let me jump into my bag and start like trying to plan some dates and stuff for us to do around the
Yeah.
city, and then also getting out of town.
She woke me up this morning and was like, guess where we going? Like, okay.
Oh yeah, we getting ready to get up out of here in February.
I
So
ain't mad at it.
yeah, but it just really put a lot of things in perspective for me because I'm like, damn, this is really my person, and we're not really nurturing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's really easy to not nurture each other because it's like
So a bunch of other things going on.
it's so many other
Mhm.
things going on, and it's like it really put a lot of things in perspective for me. But as he was saying, we did go to 745. Absolutely loved it. I was thinking that it was going to be like an early 90s vibe or whatever because of what I was seeing on TikTok. Like everybody was taking pictures of the hallway that leads you down into the speakeasy.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like all of these like older artists on there, like 702 and Babyface, SWV. So I was automatically thinking that when we went in there, it was going to be like a 90s type of thing. And once we got in there, they were playing like all of my favorite current R&B artists, like the Destin Conrad, the you know, the Alex Isleys, her. They had what's his name? Giveon for sure, yes. Giveon, Manny Wells. Like she did not miss. When I tell you,
it was like towards the end when she really started playing like 90s.
yeah.
Okay.
And then she played "Use Your Heart," which is my favorite song of all time. Like it was just the perfect night because it's like like he was saying, it is a very intimate setting, and like it's the candle. It's like candlelit. You know, where you
Real
sit.
candles or LED candles?
It's real candles.
candles.
Because I did look in there to see. I was like, okay,
Olive Garden candles. Okay.
we got a little flame in there. All right. And but it was just a really, really good time. Like I can't remember the last time that I walked away from something and was like, I want to go back there again.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even care about the 2-drink minimum because we ended up doing like 3 drinks.
Yeah.
But
2 drinks a piece or 2 drinks total?
I think it's a piece.
It's a piece.
It is a piece.
But I think that's because it really is a very, very intimate spot. You talking about less than 20 people in there at a time.
The max is 40, and it tells you on there like the maximum is 40.
And nobody was bringing in, like, it's not, I think, you know, it's more like couples and shit. So it was like 2 people at a table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really wasn't like a large party, so I can it's easier to control, which is, you know, super dope. But from a money making perspective, you would have to get, you know, it had to come out of some place. You know what I mean? So I think that's where the drinks come.
But they're also not trying to like gouge you with the drinks. Like it wasn't really
$16, $17.
Yeah, it wasn't that crazy.
16, 17 for per drink.
So if y'all just stayed on wine, probably you spending about $60 if you went off of that.
Not too bad.
That's not too bad, especially for the experience. I think it's worth it. The food looked amazing, but we had already ate, so.
How long are the sessions? Because I know you have to book time.
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half. That's not bad.
But a lot of people didn't stay for the full hour and a half, and she was kind of like exchanging like the new reservations as the older people were leaving. So although our reservation was for 10:15, she still took us back a little bit early because it was room for us. So
And we stayed for probably about an hour, maybe. Probably about an hour.
Okay.
yeah, it was worth it. It was great.
I heard. I don't know which, but I know I was told that there's like a particular night where I guess she allows you to play your own music or something, or at least one record. That's what I was told. I don't know for sure. I was told there's a night where you can kind of curate.
Well, on the rules, on the thing, it says that the music is already curated, so please do not ask.
Don't even ask for.
I was told there's one night. I don't know
Where
which
they
night. Like, so probably not a weekend night. Maybe like a Thursday, Wednesday, something like that, where I guess you're allowed to, I don't know, at least ask.
If it's that, in my opinion, if it's that intimate, I don't know how she's doing that 7 days a week.
It's not. So it's only open from Thursday through Sunday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just it's too
Yeah.
intimate. It's too intimate.
It was nice though, and I love the details with the drinks. Like he was saying that they're all based off of songs and stuff, and the servers were like really, you know, into everything. Also, like with the drink that I had ordered, it had mezcal in it, and she was like, "Are you okay with mezcal?" And I said, yeah, but when I got it, I was like, oh, I see why she said, are you okay with mezcal? Because
it looked good, but boy,
it was beautiful.
I don't like it.
It's very
nasty.
smoky.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I knew it was smoky.
It's smoky.
It's like Anejo Reposado. You got mezcal too. It's like it's aged different.
Yeah. And it tastes like a cigarette butt.
But they put like a heart in the ice, a heart in the ice
was
and shit.
so
Like it was.
pretty.
I think that's the good part about it is because it's so intimate that their attention to detail, and so they'll have A1 customer service because there's more people in there for you to, you know, contain. It's less people in there for you to have to contain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, shout out to them
10
for
out
that.
of 10.
We'll be back.
Okay.
Ivan?
I think you would love it, Ivan.
I've heard about. Like I said, I heard about it before, so it's on my list of to do.
We gotta do a date night, man.
Yeah.
How many people can?
Set up to 4.
Up to 4, yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta do a date night, man.
Let me get some.
Come on, SO, man. We all can go.
I'm with it.
Get some fine shit.
I just text wifey like we gotta check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go next week, man. No, yeah.
you know.
Okay. What's been going on, man?
Not much, man. Staying out the way, trying to get healthy shit. So 2 weeks ago, I think almost, we had the alumni game.
Yeah.
And so I told you, like, I was having issues with my knee. Playing in the alumni game, like, really fucked my knee up.
Oh,
So, like, literally probably yesterday is like the first time it was like, okay, my knee don't have no pain in it. So it's just like trying to get back healthy, and like you don't realize what like having that kind of injury does to like the rest of your body. Like having to compensate, not being able to fully walk, like with my knee, kind of like I started having issues with my calf. You know, my calf is trying to compensate with my gait. So like now my calf was hurting. So like now it's like, okay, I think I'm kind of back to close to 100. So that's been the major thing. Getting my son home. We're having issues with him. Mom called and cussed me out.
Oh.
Because I guess the coach called and told her whatever the fuck. That I guess his attitude changed once I came out there. So she just called. I woke up. She just called and cussed me out like, duh, like he's going back to school and duh. I don't have nothing to do with that. Your son is 21 years old. Like if he's made up his mind, he's not going back to his school. He's not going back. Ain't nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
All right.
And plus, you know, the situation is not ideal for him. Like he went out there to play basketball and he's not playing. Him and the coach don't see eye to eye. It's every time he calls me, it's like the school's charging me for this, that, and the third. They fucked it. The pipe burst in his room, not in his room, but like the whole side of their apartment building. So everybody was displaced for like a couple of weeks. His laptop got fucked up in the process of that, and they still haven't replaced his laptop. Like he's had issues from the day before I called. He was like, "I'm coming home." Like, no, you're not coming home. But he didn't know I was coming. But just it's been a plethora of issues.
Yeah.
And now he's done with the school. What are you calling cussing me out for? Because the coach called and said X, Y, and Z.
Sometimes the dream overrides reality.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's always like knowing my son. I was like, okay, once the season starts, he should be okay. Like I understand this is not an ideal situation. He's in a small town full of white people in a part of America he's never experienced. But once the season starts, like it just from day one, it just was never a situation he could commit to. And now the coach is calling blame me for the problem. Like nigga, no.
What do you mean his attitude changed after?
It just so literally.
And the fact he decided to call his mom and like not both of y'all.
You keep calling her. She you're talking to her. I've warned her about this before. Like there's a reason these coaches keep calling you. And I mean these coaches know that he has an active father in his life, but they keep deciding to call you because they're gonna play on your emotions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she doesn't understand the concept. Like as somebody who's I don't call myself an athlete, but I've played sports. I've gone away to school. Like there's questions, there's things I'll ask. I know to ask about that you won't
know.
You just want your baby to be happy. He want to play basketball. That's all you care about. So they're gonna sell your emotions. You can't play with me because I know what to ask.
Yeah.
So they keep calling you for a reason, but she don't understand that. So just like I said before I even went out there, I kept having to talk to him off the ledge. Like stay out there. Once the season starts, you'll be okay. So by the time when I went out there, they had played only 2 games. When I got out there, they played 2 more. And so by the time I left, he was like, "I'm done with the school." I had no control over that. It just so happened to coincide with the time that I happened to show up out there. But like it's shit you're doing. It's shit that the coach is doing. And I'm a scapegoat. I'm fine.
That's trash, man.
I'm cool with it though. You know what I'm saying? But behind my kids, behind my son, I'll be the scapegoat. If y'all need me to be the bad guy, I don't give a fuck. I'll take those bullets all day long because he's not happy, and I'm not going to force him to go back to a situation he's completely unhappy with.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I told even though my daughter, she doesn't play sports, but I don't foresee my daughter finishing all 4 years.
Okay.
I think she I think my son decided not to go that route, and just sitting down talking to my daughter, she kind of like realizes the business side of it.
Of what, going to college?
Yeah.
Yeah, some money play.
And I was reading like an article today about like the dropout rate. It's just you're making all these money. It's a dirty game, man.
It is.
It's a dirty game. Damn, man. I feel sorry for the young one, man. Just because I know like the journey and how hard he had to work, and then you get to a point to where it's like kind of almost down there out of your hands a little bit.
And it's completely out of his hands. I think the good thing about it is, I just have faith. Like that's just me as a person. I have faith that things are gonna work out. So now I'm just trying to parlay these different relationships I have with coaches, friends, people that play basketball into a different situation for him. But he's not going back to that. I bought a one.
Was he there for a scholarship?
Yeah. So he's still on scholarship. It's just none of it is working out. And like even little shit now, right? It's like, okay, well, school's supposed to end on this day, but he has to stay an extra day because his presentation isn't until that Saturday, and the school's charging him $100 to stay an extra day. Like a bunch of like little fees and shit is starting to like all of a sudden pop up and all this other shit, and it's like we don't want to go back to that. She's like, well, you know, the school's charging me X amount of dollars because I took out this loan. I'm like, the school can't charge you for a whole school year. They can only charge you a semester at a time because you're not guaranteed admission.
Semester, yeah.
Like she does, because she's not going to school. She doesn't understand that. So she's panicking. Like he has to go back to school because I have to pay X amount of dollars. Like no, you don't. He's not going to school, so you're not using all of that money.
Yeah.
So it's just little shit, and I took the blame for it the other day. I don't give a fuck though. All right, I'll be the bad guy. My son coming home. I bought a one-way ticket for a reason. He's coming home. He's not going back.
The system, man. The system will tear family apart, man. If everybody ain't on the same page, that's just how it.
Put that alcohol down and have a conversation like an adult, and we can figure this shit out.
Oh, I'm not talking to nobody that's been wifey, that's out.
Yeah, why have that conversation under the influence?
In the morning?
This is like mid-afternoon when she called me.
But still,
So I don't know what her habits are. God bless her. She has.
Sorry.
You know,
we
SO?
listen and we don't judge.
Listen and we don't judge. So that's been mostly my thing, just dealing with that. I had to have a conversation with my daughter last night about her grades. That didn't go. So it wasn't that the conversation went bad. It's just like it sucked the energy out of the room.
You are at. This is where me and wifey butt heads at. Because I'm more like reality based.
Yes.
You have to have you have to have discussions about reality.
Yes.
Because at some point it's going to come.
Yes.
Now whether you are prepared for it or not,
Yes.
is up to you. But it is still coming. The problem that me and wifey has is she likes to dictate if we're going to have those conversations and when we're going to have those conversations.
Yes.
Because it takes the air out of the room.
Yes.
The conversations need to be had. Because what ends up happening is that for everybody to be comfortable, the conversation is never had. And then when the shit hits the fan, now we arguing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now we both have to watch our baby go through heartbreak, embarrassment. Because the shit be all good until
it ain't. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Now we got to watch the heartbreak. She got to deal with disappointment. She want to do something that has to do with her grades, but she can't do it because her grades are bad. Ain't nothing mom and dad can do.
Yeah.
So now as dad, I'm looking like, I hate to be like, I told you so, but
Yeah. Yeah.
so good for you, man.
It's necessary because one of the things I'm telling her is I can see, like, you know, you're veering to the left a little bit, and this is the first time we've had to have this conversation about her grades, right? So it's not like we're perpetually having this conversation, but you're starting to veer to the left a little bit, and me as a person who's lived a little bit of life, I need to course correct you because once you start picking up bad habits, it's muscle memory.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you know before these bad habits become something that's constant, we need to fix this now. So you know you're not, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years down the line, you're like, okay, I'm in a place I didn't want to be or a place I didn't anticipate my life being. Like, yeah, because you picked up these bad habits and nobody said anything because we didn't want to make you uncomfortable, or because her thing with her mom is she's a good kid. I understand that, and I'm thankful to God that she's a good kid. That's nothing to do with those grades though. You say you want to go to school and you want to be a lawyer, cool. When you apply to these colleges, they don't give a fuck if you're a good kid. They don't know if you're a good kid or not.
Fact.
What's on this paper says you don't turn in your assignments on time.
And I blame the school district for that because they kind of set them up for failure with that, where like the teachers will still accept the assignments
Yes,
all the way up until the end of the grading period. So they can be fucking off all year, like the whole quarter, semester, whatever, and then like that last week or two they can
Cram
mass
everything out and
submit
turn it in.
Yes.
everything, and that's teaching them terrible
I think
time management.
that's
Like
more
that's
on-
not.
I think that's more on us too, though. Like just because the
I
teachers
feel like they
allow that
shouldn't.
should
I
not
feel like
be.
they shouldn't be able to. Like, if you miss the deadline, you're done. Because
Yeah,
that's
but-
what life is.
Yeah,
If you
but
miss it,
when you
you're
look
done.
when you look at the totality of a situation, like how we approach our jobs, we do something every day, right? We do something every day, but we don't know how what our job does affect other people. And what I'm saying is, from a parent perspective, we are with our kids every single day. They're
Yeah.
going to have that teacher for 1 year.
Yeah.
Now, it's up to us to not allow that not to become a bigger habit than what it can be. Like now, you know what I'm saying? Like my middle daughter, so now I'm preparing myself to how I'm finna move because her grades be A1 during basketball season.
All A's, maybe 1B.
Basketball season, as soon as it's over,
Nosedive, huh? Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm preparing for.
Yeah.
At this point, like, hey, man, we talking about 11th grade year now. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And what's ended up happening is this because I went to school, and this is shit I be trying to prepare her for. Not necessarily, it does nothing for my ego. You know what I'm saying? But what happens when one of your friends be like, "Hey, let me see a transcript"? Because I'm not letting you see my transcript. Back then, when you got a real certificate of attendance, they used to put them in the, you know what I'm saying? They used to put them in the in the diploma. Or in the
They don't do that no more?
I thought they don't make you walk.
they don't no, I'm saying back then they used to give you I don't know if they still give you the certificate of attendance, but they used to give you a real, it says certificate of attendance on there, not completion of, you know what I'm saying, not diploma.
Yeah.
So
They
you
was
knew
doing y'all dirty.
you
though,
knew
'cause that
niggas wasn't
was-
graduating because they ain't had that motherfucker open.
Yup.
And close it. They only showing you the school and shit. They ain't
Catfishing.
showing you the diploma. You know what I'm saying? So this the shit, that's where the embarrassing shit comes from. And then from that embarrassment, you come home and you take it out on your family. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just be prepared, man. So that's why from dad, I've noticed this habit. So now that's what I'm trying to prepare for.
Yeah.
Like what happens when basketball season over with.
But
Yeah.
the thing is like with our children, even though like we can tell them all day long, like you need to turn in your stuff on time, which I do, especially with our middle daughter. I'm always telling her, you need to make sure you turn it in on time, and she still will wait because she's my child. Like I have had procrastination like really bad all my life as well. So it's like she will still wait until that week before because there is no repercussion. It's not like she knows that she doesn't have to turn it in on time in order to still get a good grade in the class. And I think that they should be like, if you miss the deadline, if you're not absent or anything like that, then you're done because you didn't turn it in on time.
I think that would help a lot, but I know that a lot of that funding is performance based. Yes.
Yeah.
If you're not performing, we're gonna cut that funding.
Yeah.
And so it behooves
That's
us.
the other side.
Yeah,
Keep moving that deadline.
It behooves us to accept all this late work because that keeps our grades up. That keeps our funding.
That's why ain't no more proficiencies. They
They got rid of that too?
Yeah, they don't do proficiencies no more.
I think they do them, but it's not required to graduate. Like when
I don't know if they do them because I
don't think we doing
our
that no more.
kids didn't mention anything
It's
about
it's just
I
SAT.
know they do the ACT testing.
That's it. I don't think they do proficiencies no more.
That's
You
crazy.
had to.
You had to
It's
pass
a
them.
lot of motherfuckers
Yeah.
that didn't graduate
I know a
because
few.
Yeah,
fuck them.
yeah, you do.
I know a few. Yeah, you know I know a few.
You do
Yeah,
know. At least one for sure.
fuck them,
One for sure.
fuck them, fuck the credits,
Yeah,
fuck the
that's
grades.
foul.
If you didn't pass this
It's
proficiency,
a wrap.
Did
you
they-
are not
At
graduating.
Cheyenne, they used to put the list up. Cause they used to put
They
the
had
list
a
up.
list?
They didn't put the list. No, Ivan, they didn't put the list up. But I never forget this shit. I've said it a few times. They didn't put the list up, but what they used to do is they used to bring all the seniors into the cafeteria at the end of the year to talk to the counselor, and we was all in lines, and you could just see the heart,
The cries and everything.
Oh, no.
I
no.
said,
man.
"Ooh,
That's pussy.
wait."
Yeah.
That's pussy. No, at Mojave anyway. they had like the lists.
I think we had a list too.
They had they posted them bitches on the outside of the library, so
fucked
anybody can look and see which proficiency test you
that's
hadn't
fucked
passed.
up. That's fucked
So
up.
you can walk up and say, "Oh, this nigga didn't pass his
Yup.
math. This nigga didn't pass his English. This nigga didn't pass his reading." Some niggas' names was on all three of them motherfuckers. So yeah,
How many
nigga.
times you took it?
I only took it once, and I fucked off. I fucked off and
I
passed
did
mine.
too. I passed
was
the first
I was
real.
done. I was with Julian and Chris.
Yeah.
I got done with mine early, so we left. Them niggas was like, "Fuck it, Ivan done. We leaving." We left and went to Odyssey.
I passed all of them on the first go round except math. It took me twice for math.
I barely passed the
I
math one.
failed it the first time, then I blew through that shit the second time.
We had a chick. She took it 4 times, and then that 4th time she barely passed it. She was crying tears of joy.
Cause that was an actual class.
Yeah.
No, that was like an actual class back then. Like if you didn't pass your math test, you had math proficiency. It was math proficiency, I think it was called. That
Oh, they made y'all a
They
class.
did that the year after I graduated. I didn't
You
have
had
to
an
take no
actual-
proficiency.
you had an
test out
actual
there.
class for that, man.
And then
That's
Western,
crazy.
we had to do a senior project too.
That's what I was gonna say.
we had to
All
do a
we had
senior
to do was
project
senior
and pass
project.
proficiency.
Shit. Yeah. So
Yeah.
once I passed it though, that was like a free class for me. So now you talking about my senior year, I only had like 2 classes. And
that's
I'm like,
crazy.
damn, bro, I could have did this shit all like it don't hit you to the senior year where like it was this fucking easy.
Nigga,
made
my
y'all
senior
a
year, I
whole
cheated
class?
on
That is
everything I
crazy.
could possibly cheat. I had the best grades. I said I could have been doing this all 4
Oh,
years.
Your
that's the
teachers probably like
that's
you
the thing.
too.
That's the
Why?
thing. That's the thing I tell my I can't tell my kids to be self-motivated, right? I
Yeah.
can't teach them to be self-motivated. But it does look good on record to have all of these fucking to all the A's and all that shit to me. But to me, just from a human perspective, A's and B's shit don't mean a shit. I know a lot of fuck niggas that had A's and B's. That just tells me you know how to remember shit.
And it has a lot to do with if your teacher likes you or not. Because I remember, I will never forget, I had a teacher, his name was Mr. Fox. And
Mr. Fox.
he was my first period teacher. And I used to be late to his class, like all the time, my senior year. So he could not stand me. Like he had my mom come in, everything. I'm a senior. He had her come in, everything. It was really embarrassing. And he was also my senior advisor for my my senior project. And he just barely passed me. He gave me like a C on it, right? My sister took my same exact senior project, word for word, and presented it her following year because we're 11 months apart. So she presented it the following year and she got an A.
Damn.
Word for word. Did not switch up not one thing. So it has a lot to do with if
In
the
the school.
teachers like you too.
So what was the end result from this conversation with your daughter?
She didn't. After that, she didn't have nothing to say.
You
She
at that
just-
stage too, man.
she
It
just went to
sucks.
bed.
Brother, man.
It's hard.
Yeah, she was already having a bad day, so I felt bad having to pile on because she took her permit test. Failed by 1 question.
Ooh, that'd be the worst.
Yeah.
So I was already on like having to go get
Yeah.
chocolate and hot fries and shit to kind of bring her spirit back up. At the end of the night, we had to have this conversation though because
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you at that age, man, and the young ones, you at that. Oh man, you at that age where it just sucks.
It
oh
does.
my God, it sucks.
it does, and I think sometimes her mom tries to like protect me from having to be the bad parent, like having to be the bad cop by like trying to take on all this responsibility, but like at the same time, like they have to respect my authority too. So
Yeah.
like I can't just, you know what I mean? But the way she does it is trash though. So there's that. But just I feel like sometimes she does try to protect me from having to be the bad guy to step in and say certain shit. But nah,
Yeah,
because I don't know if I can trust you to have this conversation.
absolutely. That's why That's
Somebody has to have this
Somebody
conversation
gotta do
because if we don't, we're gonna fuck around and be like, what happened?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's it.
That was it for me, yeah.
Before we move on, man, the school district got to do something about it. Is getting out of fucking
It is.
control.
It is. My perspective might piss some people off though,
Do something about what?
because I will never ever protect a sexual predator, right? Throw them under the jail, burn them, do whatever you gotta
Yes.
do. Draw and quarter them, whatever. I don't give a
Yes.
fuck. The way the details and the stories came out though, like she got caught having sex with her boyfriend's father. This is how y'all caught her.
Yes.
This is how we started investigating this whole situation because she got caught having sex with her
Yes.
boyfriend's father.
Yes.
Are we gonna point the finger at her at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's a kid. But
She's a kid, bro.
So
Familiar with
we just got to talk
Okay,
about
there
having
was
to
a-
have
okay.
uncomfortable conversations
We
with
just
kids.
had a there was a case that just came out. The football coach at Valley High School was caught having multiple
not
Yes.
just
relationships with young women, going as far as having sex at the school,
At the school.
in
recording
in
it.
the coach's office, recording it and having sex in the parking lot,
Yes.
taking pictures of the young women gagged and
Gagged
with
and bound.
gagged and bound, passed out while they were wearing thongs. He recorded himself urinating on one of the young women.
Shit became national news too. That was crazy.
Talking, he was actually taking a young woman to his girlfriend's house. He's married, but he was in a polygamous relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So he was married and had 3 other girlfriends. So he was taking the young girl to the apartment. They had to move him. They had to move him to Henderson because his wife works at the court.
Mm.
So that's why he's in Henderson. And he took the picture of the young girl gagged and bound and passed out with just a thong on to show her that it was okay to do. And then he told the police that he just wanted to mentor her. And then he had a fetish that
They call him daddy or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's so
sick.
disturbing.
Yeah, it's very.
That's
45 years old.
It's crazy because I know that nigga.
45 years old.
Black dude?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still with him.
It came out because he was recruiting the girl's boyfriend to play on a football team. But all of this came out because she was caught having sex with her boyfriend's father.
Holy
And
shit.
then everything just came out. Like,
Get her the help she needs. But these both of them need to die. I'm very, very 10 toes down on that.
I don't disagree. Okay, so why is there a distinction between these are kids and they need help, or these are kids and you treat them like adults? Like, what's the distinction? Because
I don't treat kids like adults. I'm very, very me.
So,
and,
like, I take-
me
like,
and
I take-
wifey butt heads on that all the time. Though they are kids.
what about TK? What about kids? What about kids who do violent things, whether it's murder or not? Like, what about kids who do violent things? Do you create that distinction in, or do you treat them like adults? Because if it's violence, we're quick to say, get them niggas out of here.
Okay.
So why is it a girl who, to me, she's a sexual deviant? She's a sexual deviant. To
I
me,
know, you serious right now.
I'm having sex with. I have a boyfriend. So if I'm having sex with my boyfriend, having sex with his father, and I'm having sex with a
she's
teacher.
probably
First
been
of
abused,
all,
though,
first of
also.
all,
So is R. Kelly.
First of all, as
but
a
still.
young woman and men, we were both young women. I mean, we were both in here, young women and young men. I'm not to say what she's thinking, but when I was that age, when the hormones are raging, you are not thinking about sometimes nothing but sex. Now, who takes advantage of that is the conversation that needs to be had. And those were predators that took advantage of her situation.
I agree.
And sometimes these niggas get on it, you know what I mean? You get on the internet and you follow these kids, you be following the kids, and you be talking to the kids on the internet. You already setting up the yellow brick road to this nasty shit.
I agree.
And social media takes age out of everything.
Not necessarily.
Yes, it does. You stop looking at them as kids and just people on the internet.
That might be the problem then.
It's
But
a
you shouldn't
huge
be
fuck.
following
You
them
shouldn't be
at all,
following
though.
no
Not
teacher should be
kids.
following no fucking kids.
You're like you're not supposed to. Like there's a roadblock. Like you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to be able to engage with them until they're 21. On social media.
The school district has a big fucking problem that needs to be taken care of.
But this is a nationwide thing though. Like this case is local, but we're consistently seeing adults have sex with
working in the school district.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just a big thing weeks ago. I think it was in Oregon. So it's not just a Vegas thing. Let's start there. It's a nationwide
But
thing.
it happens a lot here, and it's been happening a lot.
It has
More and more.
More and more. Yeah.
It has. To me, it's always been a thing. It's just social media makes it. We highlight it more.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but when
There were girls
your
I know who were
options-
fucking adults in high school.
Yeah.
There were teachers I know who were fucking students when I was in high school. I graduated 24 years ago. This is not some brand new shit.
it was rumors when I was in school, but it was never like I never
Confirmed.
known anybody that was like outed.
No, I don't. Similarly, right? The person I know who was a teacher who was fucking students, they were never. No, they actually did. Years and years later, though, they were convicted. They were actually caught and convicted. At the time, though, like we knew.
But again, I'm an adult now, and I would like to feel like I'm a responsible adult. So the way I look at things is a little different. When I was in high school, if one of my classmates was fucking on a teacher, I didn't look at that teacher necessarily bad. I was just like, hey, shit, my nigga fucking on the teacher, like, nigga, my nigga coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I didn't look at that.
Right.
As an adult, I can't put myself in an adult shoes back then because I wasn't near that age. Now, that is some nasty fucking shit. And
I agree.
You deserve to die.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
I agree. At what point, though, do you say we have to treat this child like?
I think with that argument, with the adult in the situation, if you know that you are working with high school age children, young women, as y'all that are referring to them, you should know how to have some type of self-control.
Agreed.
And not engage, even if she is pursuing you, because she might find you attractive. She may look at you and say, like, oh, so-and-so is fine,
Agreed.
and
You are
they
an
might.
adult.
You have to take responsibility and
Big
have some type of discipline and
Absolutely.
not, especially when you are working in that field.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I applaud because I remember vividly in elementary school, and I applaud teachers who are coined the fine teacher and know how to do whatever with it, but not persuade them to move that direction. It's just, I'm a fucking teacher at the end of the day. That shit don't move me. I applaud that. Whatever the fuck is going on now, the school district needs to.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you do to stop it or police it because there are policies in place that are supposed to prevent these type of things. Like that's just human nature. Again, to me, this is not nothing new under the sun. We see it more
Because of social media.
because of social media. Like this is not
It's been an ongoing thing.
what?
We had a classmate. He got a hall monitor pregnant.
Come on. What are we talking about?
She would've
Nobody
went right
you
up under the jail. 'Cause
nobody
I
you
know
knew
the
at Cheyenne was
police
fucking no
on.
teachers or no teachers was fucking no
It
students.
was rumors.
Rumors. Okay, cool. We'll go with that. How many girls do you know that you went to school with that was fucking on grown men when they were in high school?
Yeah, they was having
A
niggas
lot.
picking them up.
A lot.
Niggas was picking them
Niggas was
up.
Picking up girls from high school.
What?
It wasn't even looked at as like oh, he's doing. It was so common. You just get used to it, even though it's sick as fuck. But we kids, we don't know better.
So again, I'm not making no
Yeah.
concessions for them. I agree with you 1,000%. Like especially you got a wife and 3 girlfriends. What the fuck are you fucking on high school kids for? Like that's
Right.
That's insane to me.
It's
And
nasty.
especially because I know like the freaks are your coworkers. Like you have coworkers that are freaks.
He was telling his co-workers at the school that he was getting ready to go to a swingers retreat.
Jesus Christ,
Damn.
something was wrong
That-
with
yeah.
him.
Sex
Yeah,
fiend.
And his wife is
Pretty
attractive.
That's again, it's a full circle. It don't never be about.
His wife is attractive. So like, but I'm like the women you work next to, not the kids at the school. Women you work next to are freaks. The women in the school district like having sex. You don't have to. You don't have to have the sex with the students. Your coworkers are with all the bullshit.
You going down a different hole now.
Don't ask me how I know. Just know.
You ain't
You
got
know,
it.
all
I mean,
the TAs.
Listen, the hall monitors, the lady at the front desk of the school, they are with whatever you talking
it's literally
about.
two different schools, man. I mean, from when you start looking at school from an adult perspective to from a kid perspective to an adult perspective,
Yeah.
it's really high school all over again.
Yeah, we just get paid to be here now.
Yeah.
We do the same shit. We don't. I mean, we don't necessarily have homework, but we get paid. We're in high school. We just get paid to be
So
here.
the school district got some issues for real.
Humans.
School.
I think it's a
And,
human thing.
I think it maybe this is coming from a place of privilege because I don't work there, but at my age, it does bother me a little bit. I'm 100% for free speech. You say what the fuck you want to say, but I do look at the things that people say and do on the internet in a different way if I know they work around kids.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
Just
I guess it depends on what the context of what it is you're saying to me. If I know you work around kids and you start talking about you in your cougar phase or some shit like that, then yeah, like what do you? That might hit a little different because now you might be telling yourself
make no
early.
mistake, it is a lot of women predators as well.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of
yeah.
predators.
The original was Mary Kay Letourneau. This is where this conversation started happening on a national level. Was Mary Kay Letourneau? This started with a woman, as far as I'm
was
concerned.
that the one who fell in love
With the boy and
Had
got
the
pregnant by
baby,
him. Got went to
yeah.
prison. This is where this conversation about teachers having sex with kids. That was the original. That's ground zero. It was a woman.
Yeah.
SO, Jesus.
I'm good, man. I ain't doing nothing but drink Don Julio, play Madden, and cussing kids out. I feel bad though, cause Sunday I was playing, dude whooped my ass. He was like, "I'm 10," and ever since then I just got, you know what?
Why would he tell you that? He just
Some
had
of-
to add insult to
Someone be
injury.
like, so when I used to when 2K first came out back in probably like 2009, 2010, I used to play on the internet and they'd quit on you.
Yeah.
They quit on you, blow them out, they quitting on you. Nigger! Quit.
Yup.
Only time I've ever been called a
Called
nigger in my
niggas
life.
Online playing.
Playing
boy.
2K.
Shit.
Like, nigger! I'm like, God damn.
should be
Or
funny,
they be
though.
like, they'll stop there, all the slides, they'll move all the slides up, they'll
Yup.
pause, fucking with the slides and shit.
That
Like,
shit be
nigga,
funny,
you
though.
suck.
That should be funny though when niggas really get to arguing. Like, come
Yeah,
slap your
yeah,
bitch ass.
niggas really, hey, it go there, man.
Like I know a California accent and a London accent. When I hear the motherfuckers, like y'all don't even live nowhere near each other. Why y'all threaten each other for?
Shout out, well, I don't even want to say shout out, but I do want, shout out, man, to UNLV for having a great year. I know they just got hit with some other shit today, so that
Coach?
sucks.
With what?
They got the coach of Purdue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, took the coach.
Oh wow.
Can't be mad at him for
My
that.
barber was just telling me about it too. He was like, "Shit, they better be worried about that coach because when that money comes,
And it's gonna come.
I think I was reading something where the UNLV athletic department is like in some debt, some millions,
Oh shit.
about 20 or so million. So they're gonna need their alumni to really, really step up, or this is gonna continue to happen. But this is two things where they've been hit with in the season. First was what the
quarterback?
Quarterback. Well, that was game 2?
Game 3. After game 3.
He quit, and then now the head coach.
There's nothing you can do about that though. It's a bigger conference. It's more money, more opportunities. There's nothing you can do about losing your coach to a bigger opportunity.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing Jackson State could have done to keep Deion Sanders because
No.
this is a Power 5 conference versus the SWAC. There's nothing you can do when bigger opportunities come calling.
That sucks though, because they had such a great year.
Oh, I mean, they're gonna be all right.
They'll be all
I
right.
think they're gonna be all right.
Hopefully.
They'll be all right, man.
This is the first. This is the second season. This is the first time UNLV football has ever been ranked.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know old girl leaving. I remember I was talking I think early this year about the Aces, and I didn't know it was gonna hit me the way it did.
Kate Martin.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
She was
She was gonna start. She was because I don't think
Chelsea Gray is.
Chelsea Gray may not come back.
Chelsea Plum, they were saying may not.
Chelsea Plum
No
may be going
shit?
somewhere else. Yeah, I think she's ready for her own team.
I don't think as a player she's ready for her own.
What's the sister name? The older. She was the older one on the squad. Light skin. Great role player too. Oh damn! I can't think of her name.
Want the fade? Want the fade?
No, she got like a ponytail.
Sydney Colson?
I can't think of her name. She had a ponytail though. She had like light hazel eyes or something like that. She was older. She was like 38, 39 maybe. But she was a solid role player. I don't think she's coming back either. So it's gonna be some big holes to fill. Before we get up out of here, man, Ivan, it was a question that Ivan asked. Me and SO had a little debate about it. So if this comes up, we gonna talk about it because me and SO already talked about it about some of our favorite artists that need to put the pen or the mic down for a while, right? But Ivan had asked for not just hip hop and rap. Well, hip hop and rap is one, and R&B. Who you think embodies those two things? If somebody says, who is the embodiment of R&B, who would you say?
R. Kelly.
Can't knock that one.
I would say that immediately.
What about hip hop and rap?
Hip hop and rap. I'm not really a huge connoisseur, but maybe Jay-Z, maybe.
That's all.
Snoop and Rock. He lived through culture. He set culture. He set the trend. He represented a whole region. Old white women can listen to him, and people our age listen to him, and the generation underneath us. He switched style. He crip walk at the Super Bowl. He performing at the Olympics.
Okay.
I think he can't go nowhere and not be recognized. Like everybody knows Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
R&B, it's gonna be Beyonce.
I'm not mad at that.
I think I was looking at the question different when I asked. Just like not necessarily. I don't know. I guess for R&B, I was thinking Donnell Jones. Great.
He's the embodiment of R&B.
Like Donnell Jones, yeah. Great albums.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him a supreme vocalist, but like he could.
One of my goals, but I don't have a male in that role. When I thought about it, I didn't even go to males at all.
I had Donnell Jones for rap. I thought about young Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
The production, I was just sitting there, and I know like we can joke about it now. Like I always talk about like like my computer's puking and shit like that. But I was watching TV and they had a 20 to 20-year anniversary of like Purple Haze.
Damn, it's been 20 years.
When that fucking album came out, man,
It grew on me over time.
oh my God, that was a fucking and Kanye was down and out.
That's my shit.
I miss old Kanye, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Although it's starting to come out that he wasn't wrong about a lot of shit that's happening.
He absolutely was not wrong.
They coined that man. They coined that man kind of crazy, and all this shit is popping out.
He's ahead of his time.
But man, the young Kanye.
Young Kanye was something different.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you talk about R&B, right? My mind went directly like back in the day, and I don't know if we get from a pop side. From a pop side, I don't know if we get any of this. The Beyoncés, the fucking Shaka Khans, the anybody you can think of without Diana Ross.
What about Aretha?
That was my Aretha and Diana Ross were my 1A and my 1B. I think when you talk about soul and the R&B that we love, I don't think you get that without Aretha. You know what I mean?
I think when I heard the question, like when you say the embodiment of
like if somebody brings up
I'm
R&B,
thinking like someone that is influential, that has like influenced several other artists and things along those lines. That's why.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, that's why I said R. Kelly, because he influenced the whole like everybody that came after him. I believe so.
The music got
The
freakier
younger
too.
guys, yeah. We just said that it switched. We just said that it switched from not being super vulgar to extremely vulgar after him. Like he changed the trajectory.
Just from my understanding of R&B, I see many people say how talented R. Kelly was. I never heard an artist say they were inspired by R. Kelly.
They don't have to say it. You can hear it in their music. You can hear it by the way that they wrote their songs. He influenced the whole decade
I think you can do a whole bunch of writing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you were influential. Like,
you were nobody was singing about sex like that before him. Not like that. It just wasn't happening. They don't have to say that he inspired me or I was influenced by him. They don't have to say it. It comes out in the art. It comes out in the rinse.
Once he starts saying, "I'm fucking you tonight," we just went vulgar from there on out.
Yeah, but there were still many. There are so many R&B artists that you could say that were extremely influential in their own right that could rival him a little bit from a talent standpoint. Pen game, the music, the hits,
the singing.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't equate that to influence. Everybody just looked at him like he was talented, but I don't know anybody who was influenced by what he did.
You can hear it in the music though. Like
that's one version of it though. Like you counting out. What would you say his type of R&B was? Contemporary?
No, it's just R&B. It's R&B that just turned popular.
Because you got soul, you had neo soul, you had up tempo. There are so many different versions of R&B. When you get into these different versions, R. Kelly's name don't pop up.
I think
at all.
I think you kind of have to include him in every conversation.
There is not one person that's in this box that's coined neo soul that will ever bring up his name. Because they are all way more talented than he is.
That's a very niche category. They don't even want to be called neo soul.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, but there are many talented that are way more talented than he is. So I'm saying there are only a few people. What you say, Trey? I'm not even gonna say Usher because that's the MJ range. So I don't know who is he.
I feel like the Trey songs, the Chris Browns, like those type
That's
of
MJ.
No, I don't think so.
It depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about like
if you're talking about the dancing and performing, then yeah. MJ. But as far as like the music, the writing and the type of music that's being put out there,
I'm not giving that to R. Kelly. I was coming up in the early 2000s. My high school years was 02 to 06. I'm sorry. Once Pretty Ricky broke out, everybody started singing about sex. Everybody.
How do you think that we got the Pretty Rickies though?
I'm not just equating that to. If you're talking about the vulgarness?
Who else was doing that? Who was merging like the whole rap and like R&B, like bringing the R&B thug? Like who was doing that?
Yeah.
Tank.
There were a lot.
I feel like Tank is fruit from R. Kelly's tree.
I would agree too.
Yeah, because a lot of songs that Tank has written, I thought was written by R. Kelly.
That was just a vulgar time. Like I don't equate that to R. Kelly. When I was between 04 and 06, when music really, really, really got vulgar, R. Kelly wasn't this super big artist back then. He was more so on his Kobe blowing his Achilles.
In 2002, R. Kelly was huge.
Yeah.
That's Best of Both Worlds, R. Kelly. And that album was...
Been feeling on your booty?
R. Kelly came back. I mean, he had TP2.com, right?
Which was...
And then he was on... I felt like he was on... He had a couple. He had the... when I was in school, I'm a Flirt. I don't even think I'm a Flirt came out till later. I might have been out of school by then. But he had Sex Weed. I remember Sex Weed.
Ignition remix.
Ignition.
Toy Throwing.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it on.
He's losing me with
he was the Pied Piper of R&B, man.
I don't know.
He was still big in 2000.
I feel like
this is before Step in the Name of Love came out. Cause that just took him to...
Step in the Name of Love was
03.
that took him to another level.
03, he was kind of like on his way out then, because this is when the Happy People shit came. I remember Sex Weed.
Snake.
And it's kind of like.
Yeah, but just because he wasn't putting out like great
And this is
albums
early.
towards
And this
the
is
end,
early.
that doesn't
This
mean
is
he
early.
didn't
And you
influence
talking about
people.
this time. This is early Chris Brown. Vulgar Chris Brown didn't come out till later.
What you got
This is
wrong?
past. This is past Kelly's time now.
You got Vogel Chris Brown started peeking his head on the second album. Wet the Bed? Wet the Bed was album 2.
What is that? 09?
That's 05.
Hell no! I was out of school by then.
05, 06.
I was out of school. My senior year is when his debut album came out.
05, 06 is when the exclusive came.
06.
Wet the Bed is 2011.
Yeah, it's way after.
What? No.
I came up on Chris Brown's debut album, and it was my senior year. Wet the Bed came out way after. R. Kelly was been gone.
But just because he's been gone doesn't mean that he didn't influence the artists that came after him. Like I'm not understanding that argument.
Exclusive was 2007. Wet the Bed is on exclusive.
I was out of school.
No, I might be wrong. It might not be on exclusive.
Wet the Bed was it on Fame?
Yeah, it's
I
fame.
feel like it was on Fame. Yeah, that is 2011.
Exclusive had what? I Can Transform You on it? No.
Don't
That
ask
was the
me,
Beat the Rihanna
don't
album.
ask me about.
Beat the
Well, that nigga was on there crying that entire album, bro.
God damn.
That would have like Kiss Kiss.
Ooh, Kiss Kiss was my shit. Yeah, so he was still poppy Chris. I mean, even though Kiss Kiss was about,
Yeah.
he was still poppy Chris Brown. Vulgar Chris Brown was way after.
Take You Down was on there.
Mm.
He wasn't vulgar. I'll take you down though.
Wall to Wall.
Mm.
No, that nigga was climbing the walls like vampires and shit.
Nah, he did talk about taking down two. He talked about taking down 2 twins on the song. Though.
Okay. When we get on, because we'll be on this one all day, and you know, R. Kelly, I've always known him to be talented. I never looked at him as influence. As far as hip hop goes, it was a bit more complicated.
Okay.
So I think I had to break it down. When you talk about hip hop from a lyricism standpoint, it's Rakim. From a production standpoint, I don't know. If you're talking about hip hop from a production standpoint, I don't know who. There's too many there's a lot out there. And I'm probably on the sound kind of, I almost want to say Rick Rubin. Because he's part of some of the biggest crossover hits ever when it comes to hip hop.
Rick Rubin over Kanye?
Hell yeah.
I think Kanye is more diverse.
Rick Rubin got the Beastie Boys. We not gonna do that. We are not gonna do that at all. They're white guys. They're white guys, but them white guys was moving units.
Yeah, they was.
To the white
To the
people.
white people.
No.
Nah, they was the white
They
people
were-
that black
I've
people was
never.
fucking with.
I don't.
back
I've
then.
never heard.
Back
I've
then.
never. I've never heard Beastie Boys. A nigga recite a Beastie Boy lyric.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just gonna be my first time ever saying this, Ivan. Go do your research.
I've never heard.
They was one of them. They was
They
was it. Not my. They're not my get down at all. But them they were big. They were really really big.
Of course they are. White acts and black spaces are always big. Name one who isn't.
No, it's few.
Yeah.
Who?
Yellow Wolf.
I'll give you.
Alright.
I'll give you.
From a business perspective, Russell Simmons. Pure culture, just R&B artists. That's Pac. I don't even think that's a debate. And I think, depending on where you were at the time, the expansion of hip hop would either go to Vanilla Ice or Eminem.
What do you mean the expansion?
The crossover.
I don't think hip hop becomes what it is. The people loving it, the expansion, the reach. I don't think it gets as
Disrespect
far.
to Hammer, man, it's unbelievable.
Hammer.
Ice Ice Baby was the hip hop's first number one ever.
It was the first one to. It was the highest selling record or rap
Crossover, and it's the first hip hop #1 ever.
Ice Ice Baby was?
Yes.
Record.
That
And
was his only song.
from my
too,
understanding,
right?
that was yeah. Because what's the name? I think like
He had Go Ninja Go.
Go Ninja Go!
I forgot about that one.
Ninja Rock.
That's actually how I.
No, that's MC Hammer.
That's Vanilla Ice.
That's Vanilla Ice and
He's
and
in
Ninja
the
Turtle
in the
too.
Ninja Turtle movie.
I'm thinking about the Addams Family. My fault.
Oh, yeah, he did have the Addams Family.
I wasn't around that time, but I hear niggas reciting Ice Ice Baby.
It was one.
Yeah,
It's
Ice
a
Ice
good
Baby.
thing.
Yes. No Beastie Boys. We don't.
I'm not gonna
We
do
don't
that.
accept the
I
Beastie
feel like
Boys.
they were. They
We
were
got a
pretty big,
right
though.
to
But they were like
some
the
shit like that.
They were like the white Run DMC.
They stink.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys stink.
Shit.
It's not my time. That's not my time. But I can't take away.
Yeah, because white artists always do good in black space.
And then I grew up and seen what Eminem did. I'm sorry,
He set the bar.
The expansion is crazy though.
but I wish he stopped rapping. Eminem would be amongst the greatest if he had stopped at. No, he is amongst the greatest. I'm talking about discography. Had Eminem probably stopped at
Encore.
bar none.
Well, I mean, he's alive. I still have to continue to make music.
Nah, it's just trash. You gotta stop.
He could hop on.
Because at some point, you keep on dropping all this trash. You overriding your fucking.
So you don't
Your
get Bad Meets
legacy.
Evil. You don't think Bad Meets Evil was a good thing? You don't get Slaughterhouse? If Eminem dies at
Slaughterhouse was
Slaughterhouse wasn't
big before Eminem. He just signed them. They were already big before
No,
Eminem.
they were. Nah.
They went down when he signed them.
Where did you hear Slaughterhouse music at?
They was doing mixtapes
Yeah.
Where at?
on the East Coast.
Eminem signed them and then they went to shits. That's what happened to Slaughterhouse.
You can kind of say the same with Griselda too.
Yes.
You've never heard Joel Ortiz anywhere outside of Slaughterhouse.
Yes, I
Once
did.
where did you hear Joel Ortiz?
I liked his solo music, and then he got into the group.
I
and
heard
then-
I was a Crooked Eye fan.
No, you were not.
Yeah, I
nobody's
was.
nobody's
I
a
never
Crooked
got.
Eye.
I never got.
Nobody's a Crooked Eye fan.
I never got.
How
into
you
Crooked
gonna
Eye.
tell him?
Yeah.
No, he was not.
He was on Western Hospitality mixtapes. He had a song called Boom Boom Clap. He got I got the songs.
Boom,
Trust
boom,
me.
skip.
You like Obi Trice too? You like
I fucked Obi
I-
Trice.
no, I ain't-
I fucked Obi Trice.
But he wasn't in Slaughterhouse.
You can find a podcast on
Obi
Twitter.
Trice.
Obi Trice was a solo artist.
Yeah.
Who? Joe Buttons? Well, I mean,
You like Catalog Tattoo?
I don't like no Murder Inc. Nothing. I was so mad when Nas went over there and did a little stint. I almost got.
You like all
So that's what we was talking about,
That's
like
crazy.
your favorite artist. Before we get up out of here, your favorite artist
That needs to stop.
that needs to stop.
Mary J. Blige. Well, she stopped being my favorite.
Well, the question is,
but,
which one
oh,
of your favorite artists isn't aging gracefully when it comes to music, but AKA needs to stop?
Mary J. Blige, for sure. She needs to stop putting out records. Her voice has changed. Her voice has changed completely. Like, she needs to stop.
Oh, this is a tough one for me. Give me a second.
Wayne should have stopped at Carter 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
I
should
forgot
have
about him. Yeah.
Carter 2 for me, but you know.
No, Carter 3 was. I mean, I didn't like Carter 3, but that was big. It was a big moment.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big moment. That's when he did the meal in a week.
Yeah. Busta Rhymes.
Oh my God.
What's wrong? Still make music?
Yeah.
I never liked
bad.
Busta Rhymes though. To
Yeah,
begin
it's
with.
bad.
Only baby, if you give it to me. That's the only really song I liked in his.
After Genesis album, I think he should have.
Oh, and break yourself, break your neck. That was it. I ain't really fuck with Busta like that.
You didn't like the song with him and Janet Jackson?
Oh yeah. When he was
What's
the
it gonna
sperm.
be? Yeah.
Or that Chris Brown song.
I fucking hate that
I
song.
like that song.
I think that song turned him
Look
into
at
a
me
real
now.
legacy act.
Yeah.
Like that's what you going to go see a circus act. That's what you're going to see, and that highlights it. That's always highlighted in his performances.
That might be the beginning of the end for me with him with that song.
I got Busta. Well, I told you, Busta and Bone is 1A and 1B.
Oh, Bone. Oh,
Bone still make music?
Nigga.
But it's like I feel like with Bone, it was like once they got that hit with Akon, although I hated it, that's where they've been trying to find that sense.
Yeah.
And the music just took a.
Dog. They're not broke, man. When artists start getting money, the quality of music just starts sucking.
Not hungry.
Yeah. I need my rappers broke.
But I wish Wayne would have stopped at 3. Keep making mixtapes.
Features.
Oh damn, Derek Carr, concussion. Keep doing the mixtapes. I wish he would have stopped at like 3, bar none. Great discography. Eminem stopped at Encore.
Do you like Bad Meets Evil?
I did.
I'm not a fan of just rapping. I'm past that stage. I don't watch battle rap no more. That shit don't move me.
You like Kamikaze though.
Yeah, but
and the other one.
yeah, but them
used to be murdered by.
them 4. What do you have? 4
Could've
straight.
not made it, and we would have been fine.
Them 4, 5 straight.
Yeah. Them relapses. Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey man, be back next week. February 8th.
February 8th.
We may be outside before then though.
Oh
Hopefully.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Hopefully.
Uh, fellas, where can they find y'all at, man?
IMS to the O on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Young Al Bundy, YUNG_Al_Bundy on Twitter and Instagram.
Shayna_Candy everywhere. That's SHAYNA_KANZII.
You can follow me at Just Call Me Spence on Twitter. Views from the 7 on Instagram. Views from the 7 on Twitter. Views from the _7 on Instagram and TikTok. View 7 Network on YouTube and Views from the 7 on Facebook. Next week, we up out of here. Peace.
Peace.